So Ableton Live gets its namesake live from the ability to play or launch clips live in the session view, and whether you're doing this for live performance or even just as a way to live record your clips into your arrangement view, which is what we're going to be doing in this video. So there are a few different ways that we can get clips in the session view into the arrangement view, and bear in mind that in order to finish a song and export it, it needs to be in the arrangement view. We can't just only have clips in the session view, or we won't be able to export it because we need some sort of timeline to export against. But we can, of course, take clips and copy and paste them. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to take everything that's in my intro right now, which is just these two clips. I could hold Shift and click on the first clip here, the percussion clip, and then click on the vocal clip over here. It will select both of those, and then I can use my edit commands, Command or Control C, and then I can paste those over here in the arrangement. I can just click where I want to place them. Just make sure that you're clicking on the correct track. Remember that the first one was percussion, and then we had vocal. So I want to click on the percussion track, that's the topmost track, and I can press Command or Control V, and it'll paste those clips in. Then I could go over here and just extend those because they're both set up to loop, if you remember, in our clip controls down here. So I can just take both of those clips again and extend them out for as long as I want them to play in the arrangement. So that's one way to do it, and that's not super difficult or anything, but it is a little bit more tedious, especially if we're thinking about taking all these different clips from all these different scenes and bringing them over into our arrangement. So a much, I think, easier and more fun way to go about this is just to do it live, like the namesake of our software, right? Ableton Live. And we can do that simply by hitting the record button up here and then either playing some clips or playing our scenes. And everything that we play in session view is going to get recorded in real time right over here into the arrangement. So let's go ahead and start and see what we come up with. So we'll hit record up here. And remember, we're going to be using this record. This is for recording into the arrangement. So we're going to hit this record button, not the session record button, to go about this process. So I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to hit play on my intro scene. And if I tab over to the arrangement view, we should see that those two clips are recording there. I'm going to just close my clip view so we can see more of the arrangement window. So let's maybe play this up to like bar 17. I'm just going to kind of feel it out, and then we could skip ahead to the verse A section. Bring that pad in. So I can just go scene for scene and kind of play straight through, or I can even improvise a little bit if I want to. Maybe we can change up our hi-hat pattern a little bit here. Change to one of our variations. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll move on to verse B in a couple of bars here. Bring the drums in. Can improvise a little maybe with some of the vocal variations. I'm just repeating this clip. Let it loop a little bit. Maybe stop the vocals, go to the break. I hit that a little bit late, but that's okay. We can fix that in editing. I'm going to zoom out in my arrangement view here. We can use this arrangement view follow button here, so it'll just kind of keep moving along to the right as we add more parts in. Just make sure everything's recording in. Let's maybe move ahead to breakdown B. I hit that a little bit late, but actually let's try this. Okay, so I hit that late, I just stopped. I hit spacebar, I stopped recording. And that happens sometimes where I'll be like, oh man, I hit that scene a little bit late. That's okay, we can quickly fix it here in the arrangement view right now if we want to. So I'm gonna hit the back to arrangement view button because I got all these clips in here and they're all grayed out, right? And I actually wanted this section to start at bar 81, but I hit it like, what, a bar and a half late or something. So I could just delete all this stuff, but I don't even have to do that. I can just click where I want to start my recording again. We'll say bar 81. I'm just clicking to set the insert marker. Then I can hit record up here and then play the scene. We'll do the breakdown B. And it's just going to overwrite the stuff that's there. Add in new clips where there was empty space. So play this for like 8 bars or something. Maybe 16 bars. So at around bar 97. So we're coming up to 97. Go into the drop. And this pluck synths, I kind of went through and I cleaned these up and I adjusted the loop braces and the start points. And I haven't even arranged these, or I haven't even set them in any of my scenes yet, but we can improvise with these as well. As this drop is playing, just kind of groove over it. Let's go back to this. Change up the pluck synth here and the bass. And there are a couple things like timing wise, I'm not able to get these because I'm just using my mouse here. But you can see that if we had a controller like an Ableton Push, an Akai APC or a Launchpad or something like that, you can have a lot of fun because you can launch multiple clips at once with multiple fingers, keep things in time. Let's maybe jump back to one of these verses and back to the intro. We'll kind of create a little outro out of that. And then a couple more bars, maybe 165. We'll play the intro one more time, treat it like an outro. Stop the hi-hats. Get one more run of the vocals. And we'll stop it there. Okay, cool. So we'll stop it, and then we'll go over to our arrangement, and you can see now in, well, how many bars is this? We got about 4 minutes, or 170 or so bars of an arrangement in literally 4 minutes. So just by doing it all in real time. Now, yes, there are some parts in there that I'm going to want to go in and edit, so we can go in and use everything we know about editing clips to clean up this arrangement a little bit. Like right here, I got a little bit of extra space before I brought in this scene here. So let's just maybe select bars 65 to 66 here, and we could do a little cut time thing. We'll go to edit, cut time, bring it down, clean that up. I know that my bass variation here, I want to copy that. I know I wanted to bring that in maybe here and kind of switch it up every 4 bars. So let's shorten it down. So I got this one. Let's just make sure this sounds the way I wanted it to. That plays for 4 bars, then the +2. And then I like those 2. I'm going to duplicate those so I can start to clean things up a little bit and actually place clips where I wanted them to play. So once I do this, I'll always do just kind of a top to bottom listen through, and then I'll make any edits that I need to make along the way. I can even copy this pluck synth and maybe bring that in a little bit sooner, right? So we got a lot of flexibility to take these different sections, these different clips that we've set up in our session view, and arrange them however we want to. So we're kind of using the scenes to set up the big picture, and then when we get it all laid out here in the arrangement view, we can kind of zoom in and do more of the detail work and really finalize this arrangement. So I hope you're seeing the potential here and how much fun this can be, and how at the end of the day it really feels more like you're playing music rather than you're working on music. So I want you to go try this out now on your own, have fun with it, and see what you come up with.